Okay, welcome back to Ron's Garage. I am done, I think, pretty much with the, I don't know what to call it, the wiring away from the fuse box. I know it doesn't look like much, it doesn't look very organized, but it is. It's organized chaos. All of the wires are run to pretty much everything. That's the back, got the lights, the fuel gauge, even the license plate light is an LED that pops through up there. Ran it down through there and around. I did put that one in the shield because it runs up over some sharp metal up there. There's the license plate light, just a little LED, a white one. But the tail lights, brake lights are wired. I think I showed you all this mess before. This is the front lights and all the under the hood stuff. Waiting to feed in. Haven't done that yet because, well, just because. I will do it. That'll be probably next. I do have to figure out the dimmer switch. I did buy I may have showed you this too. I did buy a dimmer switch for the floor. Where it bolts up to is shielded from the weather coming up this way, but it's still external to the car. So I kind of have to run the headlight hot wire from inside the car through the firewall and back in another hole and into that. I know it sounds complicated, but it's really not. And then the high-low beams will come straight from that. So that's one oddball thing. I still have to do the gauge wiring under the dash, but that's all under the dash. And then over here, inside the car, these are all the wires that come from the back, and I will be attaching them to the fuse box and over to the column for the turn signals, brake lights. I'm going to take a 3-gauge gauge panel, at least for now, until I build a console anyway. My wife's still thinking about ideas for that. It'll be cool looking, I'm sure. And then there's the gauges. I gotta run the lights, and most of the wires for those are already out in that mess out there, except the fuel line, and it's down here. The fuel gauge wire, it's down here. Anyway, where was it? Oh yeah, let me show you this. I bought a couple of these things. Let me remember which pile of stuff I put them in. Most of this is not put away because it is, it's all actively in use, kind of. I bought a couple of these things. One is a cigarette lighter adapter, one is 2 USB adapters. And then I've got a couple switches in that box here that's going to be for the parking lights and headlights, and they are going to go on this. I've got some Bakelite sheets, or black plastic sheets. This is just one I put up here because I'm writing stuff on it, but I'll make one of those to go across the front of this and mount the 2 switches in one of them, and these 2 and 2 others. And then I've got a horn button also in here that I got to attach to the dashboard someplace. So, but that's where I am. It's Sunday afternoon. It's a really nice day. But I just finished all that. I'm going to do this the easy way. I'll get everything into the car because everything is marked. every single wire is marked as to what it is. You can see down there I've got pieces of tape on every single wire. So I will start by hooking up one circuit. Like I'll start with, for instance, the parking lights. And I'll hook that up and test them. Then I'll do another one, maybe the turn signals and brake lights. And then I'll test those. Then I'll do the horn and I'll test it. I did run the new headlight connectors. I have new headlights, they're in the truck. I'll put those in when I'm ready to test those. You notice, I don't know if you notice or not, but the car is still up off the ground in the front. It's because I'm still trying to decide what I'm going to do with that steering box. So I really don't know what I want to do with it. Somebody suggested putting on a rack and pinion setup, and because nobody makes a conversion kit for this car, I'd have to make my own brackets coming off each side of the frame. This is a rear steer car, so the rack would have to go behind the center line of the wheels. If I had a lift, I would probably do that because I could get up under there. I'm not real interested in doing that laying on my back. Cutting and measuring and grinding and welding, looking up. Not my idea of fun. So I probably won't do that. I'm either going to try again, and I'm sure you can't see it, but it's down there. Try again to adjust that steering box. It is down there somewhere. But try again to adjust that steering box. Try to get some more of the slack taken out of it. Maybe drop it and get the oil out of it and put some grease in it. Or I may just buy a Vega box and adapt it. I'm not sure. Probably not going to do anything with that until I drive it for the first time before the snow falls, which I am going to do. So there's that. All this mess on top here. This is just a convenient place to put these looms, wiring looms. All the wires eventually will get into looms. I'm not going to worry too much about that right now. I just want to get everything run and tested. Then I'll, pretty it up and put it in wire looms and make it all nice and pretty. Somewhere in this mess, I have those round clips that you screw into things and will go around these things and, hold them to places. They're here somewhere. I looked and looked and looked and I cannot find them. They're cheap enough. I'll probably just buy another pack of them. It was a little box, like one of these with a bunch of them in it. I don't know what I did with them, but I can't find them. I know that. So anyway, just giving you a little update. And that's where I am right now. So thanks for watching, and hope you'll come back. Thanks.